guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber Jin Cosplay, and today we are back again with you guys with Samurai Champloo, episode 9. Before we start, a very late Merry Christmas, guys.
Or early Happy New Year.
Or maybe late New Year too, because who knows?
We don't know. Like, I think this episode comes out on YouTube after the New Year, so this is gonna be late for you guys, but Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, everything you can wish for.
Everything.
There you go. We want to send you all our love, all our wishes. We're with you guys because you have been with us this entire year. It's been difficult. There's been a lot of ups and downs, but you have been right there along with us, and we want to thank you so much for your support and your love, because without you guys, we wouldn't be doing this, and we wouldn't be happy doing it either.
True.
So, despite the shitty year we just had, we want to say that we're with you. We're sending you a lot of love, and we want to spend many more happy moments with you guys watching TV shows and movies. So,
True.
Here's to the new year. Hopefully it's a better one than last one.
Yep.
And without further ado, let's jump in the recap for Samurai Champloo.
True.
So last episode, what happened?
Well, we kind of learned a bit more about Jin's past.
Finally!
Or did we?
A little bit, because we don't know if it's the truth or not. But some people say he killed his master, betrayed the master and everything. And Jin said he wasn't the one who betrayed him. So he doesn't want to say what actually happened, but we know there's more to it, and we want to find out what, because we believe in our Jin. So it was fun to have a little bit of insight on his past, because we usually are with Mugen and Fuu, so
True.
that was great, and I'm excited. I don't think we will still be, in the Jin episode this time, but it was nice to see a little bit of his past and more mystery to uncover. So.
Alright. So, let's not put it away anymore and just watch this episode!
Let's see what adventure they get into this time.
What problem this time?
Yes.
I'm worrying this time's gonna be about Mugen's past.
Well, that would be cool too.
We saw a bit of Fuu's past, now Jin, and we're just missing Mugen right now.
He's been, leaving breadcrumbs a little bit,
but from the way that he looks, I'm pretty sure that he had it rough, like really rough.
Obviously.
Obviously.
Let's see. It's about to change.
私がこの箱根関所に勤めてかれこれ30年。難攻不落と言われたこの場所にもたった1日だけ特別な日があった。御関所日記にも記されることのなかったあの日。あの時だけは泥棒だろうと犯罪者だろうと誰でも自由にここを通れた。誰彼構わず抱きしめ合い、大声を上げ、太鼓を叩き、我を忘れて踊り続けた。そう、あれはもう30年も前のこと。
Yeah, it was the future.
I love every, original way they get of introducing the episode.
Mm-hmm.
捕らえろ。あんた手形あんたろうがよ。こいつは真っ赤な偽物だ。
They didn't know that.
この箱根の関所を通れると思ったか。
Oh.
Well, you shouldn't buy permits off the first guy who shows up.
連中を初めて見たのはこの時だった。それはまだわしが駆け出しの足軽役人だった頃のこと。確かにそれはギラついた野良犬の目だった。よく見ておけ。お前らもすぐこいつらの仲間入りだからな。
こいつは関所役人のトップの絹笠。
そんな態度じゃやぶ入り温情させてやるわけにもいかんな。なんでマジかよ。ありえなくね。どれがその賞金組だ。どれよどれ。
関所破りをした者に前科のあった場合、凶悪犯の時は関所で死罪を執行せず手配先へ護送しなくてはならない。 しかしこの男はそんなことにはお構いなく、ただ殺すのを楽しんできた。
お、ビンゴってもう殺しちゃったよ。ああ、どうすんだよ、マジやばいって。だよ、今テンパってんだから後にしろよ。
いい手があります。
そうか、なるほど。その者たちと連れの娘を連れてこい。聞けばまがいものを持たされ、それを知らずにここまで来たと。そこでお前らを助けてやってもいい。
If
が
what?
一つだけ条件がある。この首を今日中に届けるのだ。よいな、この二人は人質だ。日没までに無事に戻ることができたら、お前ら三人やぶ入りとして見逃してやろう。もし戻れなかったらこの者たちの命はないと思え。
分かってるわよね。絶対戻ってくるよ。
She's so scared.
任せとけって。じゃあ
本当によろしくね。
おい、何やってる。奴が逃げねえように見張ってこい。
まさか私たちを捨てて逃げたりしないよね。
I mean, one could wonder with this guy. With Mugen, it's never sure. He could stray, you know.
Oh.
Mugen is a specimen of his own, you know. Although I trust him.
I was about to say that he knows you're there, but then he just took the fruit.
Well, he knows there is someone, he
Yeah,
doesn't
but
know
who?
where. Oh. What the fuck?
どっちだ。
Oh shit.
No. No.
道に迷ったりしてない
They
よね。
know him a lot. Oh. Is that pot? Shit! Oh no! Don't get lost here!
なんだこりゃ。
Oh man.
まさか天狗に捕まってたりしてないよね。
Ah, they got good instinct about him.
They're just getting high together?
そう兵だ。この世には2種類の犬しか存在しない。それはな、野良犬と飼い犬だ。自由と引き換えに雨の中をさまよい、不安という名の飯を食らう野良犬。あるいは首輪につながれ、不自由という名の飯をただ食らうだけの飼い犬。一体お前らはどっちなんだ。
What answer was that?
そうだ。今この世を動かしているのは惰民を貪り、ただ権力を維持していくことしか興味のない愚劣な侍ども。そして何の疑問も抱かず、ただそれに従っているだけの飼い犬どもだ。故に俺たちはあいつらを認めない。刀を振り回し人を殺すしか能のない奴らからこの世を取り戻すのさ。だがな、これは戦いそのものを無効にしてしまう戦いだ。そのための、そう、俺たちの畑で作っている全ての憎しみを消してしまうネタもかなりの量になった。
So they basically just want everyone to be stern.
また一人そんな奴が現れ、捕らえられた。
He does go around waving his sword, you know, like crazy.
Yeah,
but
but he's not.
he's not a samurai.
He's a samurai.
何者だ。どうした。刀を取り上げてしまえば恐怖に震え、声一つ出すこともできん奥。
Can't beat the shit out of you with that
さっきから
sword.
てめえの言ってる意味がわかんねえよ。一つだけわかることがあるぜ。一匹で吠える勇気もない奴がこんなとこで何匹集まっても無駄だってこった。いいな、明日盛大に公開処刑してやろうじゃないか。
this is great. It's a good thing someone followed him.
ないでもなぜだかわからない。ただ奴のあの野良犬のことが気にかかってしょうがなかったんだ。はい。生きてるか。はい。
Oh shit.
実はとっくに捕まっててスマキにされてるなんてことないよね。
Oh my god, Fuu, you're so awesome. Seriously, you know everything.
And Jin is just like,
Do you know the end of the show too?
それまでな。あいつら何者だ。
時代遅れの僧兵どもさ。
そうへ。
ああ、寺の坊さんが武装して民衆のために立ち上がった時代もあった。でもこんな太平の世の中じゃ誰もそんなもん
they've been left behind.
それでも
They
奴
can't
は
adapt.
まだ自分たちだけでこの国を変えられると信じてる。
めでてえやつらだぜ。
ちげえね。ちょっとした特技でね。
Ugh.
ちょっと借りるぞ。
He's good. It's not surprising considering he's got such a great reputation 30 years from now, but
Yeah.
you'll get high, dude. It's gonna burn and you'll get high.
どうやら明日まで待ちきれんらしいな。おい、殴ってる。
Reminds me of
The mummy?
the Mummy, yeah, but Jurassic Park 2.
He's a velociraptor.
Yeah.
自分が一体何をしたのか分かっているのか。
Oh, it's starting.
お前というやつ。
Oh, wow. What the fuck?
Oh my gosh.
Jesus. Well, this is different.
I never took drugs, but does it feel like this?
No.
まあそういうことでお前ら死刑。
Oh my god.
化けて出るならあの男のところにするんだな。
The fumes.
Oh no.
They're high. Did they write stuff on Jin's face?
Yes, they did.
そう。あの夜
Everyone
は
loves
確かに誰もが愛し合っていた。拙者の
Oh
も
my
解
gosh.
放され、役人も泥棒も動物も全てが平等だった。そして朝まで誰もが踊り続けた。そう。
No worries.
確かに革命は起こったのだ。たった一晩だけ。
And they just tore that out of the law.
Well, I mean, now I understand why.
しかし無限のやつ日没どころか朝になっちゃったのに全然帰ってこないじゃん。
Well, he's responsible for you getting out, though.
I mean,
Well, it's not his fault. He didn't know what it was, but oh, it makes for great
誰もが
TV.
夢の中で
I do wonder where they are, you know, in
Yeah.
the future, if they're still alive.
I hope they're still alive. And I
It was
mean,
a
I can
funny
understand
episode.
why they just kind of erase that night
Well, you know
reports,
what?
you know?
Oh, the thing is, like maybe if they knew what that was, you know, they had no idea where the fumes came from. So at the checkpoint, they just had no idea what was going on. You know, they didn't understand it. So suddenly everyone just started kissing everyone and they started hugging everyone, dancing, having fun. And then the next morning they woke up and the stuff they remembered from that night probably led to a lot of shame. It was awkward maybe in the morning, you know, so they don't want that
probably.
they don't want that to be remembered. So, but for the ogre, he's called, right?
Yeah.
The guy who's retiring, and now 30 years later, he wasn't at the checkpoint, but he lived the experience that is Mugen, which is facing trouble all the time, but somehow making it out alive by the most stupid and extraordinary ways possible.
Yeah.
Sometimes
That's
it's
Mugen right there.
Sometimes it's just straight up fighting, but he teamed up with Yakuzas before. He he helped Fuu out of a whorehouse one day. Oh my god, it's about helping a police guy, stopping human trafficking. It's about smoking it up with a bunch of priests. It's Mugen. So for this guy who was basically, I love how he's describing him though, like in the beginning of the episode when he's like, oh, that's the look of a stray dog, and you see that beautiful shot of his eyes and you're like, gosh, he's got a lot of anger deep down. It's just that he doesn't let it out as anger. He fights a lot, which could be interpreted as his way of getting rid of all this anger, but he makes jokes. Yeah. And he's carefree in his attitude, so that's why we don't see that side of him. But when you look at his eyes, like that shot, like I saw pure anger because he doesn't like to have his freedom taken away from him.
Yeah.
So, which actually it's interesting because in this episode he got to be very free, very very free. But it makes me it just makes me wonder what the hell happened to him in this past. Why is he like this? It's interesting because he's very similar to the priest in a certain way.
Kinda,
yeah. He doesn't age well with how society is becoming, with the lords and the samurais and just who is in charge now, and people just have to follow the rules and they have to start, listening to the higher ups, and society is forming little by little. So freedom. We could say that freedom is being taken away from these people, and Mugen is rebelling against that, just like the priests want to rebel against it also, because they are from a past that is no longer, and they want to go back to that. Like they want to be back to their old ways. It's not gonna happen, but
I wanted to talk about also one thing that Mugen said in this episode. When Stray Dog, I can't speak.
When Stray Dogs,
I'm not there, guys.
And today it's bad.
Yeah, today's bad. But when Stray Dogs barks, they only do it louder when they are with other people. What? But they don't bark when they're alone. Basically, what he's telling them, and I kind of agree with them
that's not exactly what he said, but yeah.
From what he said.
He doesn't like when stray dogs bark, but they can't bark on their own, basically.
Like, you said that you got courage and you're brave, but only
when you're in the
you only
gang.
do so when you're with other people, not when you're alone.
He's alone himself, so we've been saying a lot, especially in the beginning of the series, that Mugen has been training and, his way of surviving is that he seeks fights because that's his way of proving himself that he's strong enough to survive. And so when he fights the strongest, like he wants to fight Jin because he believes that Jin is one of the strongest, fighting these guys and winning against them is like proving himself that he's made it. It's just it's confirmation that he can keep on going because he's gonna survive. When you live alone in these times and you don't have support and you don't belong in a town, you don't have a house, you have to fight every day for food and money. It's kind of a necessity, you have to be strong. So in his case, I can understand, the people who like to put him down. They put him down and they ridiculize him, they laugh and they talk very loud about how strong they are, but then they gang up on him.
Yeah.
So, and if they were alone, they wouldn't be as loud. They wouldn't be as confident in their abilities, which is what he is. He's alone and he is loud and he's he's making a spectacle of himself, but he can back it up, you know? He doesn't have to hide behind a group. So it's he's right about that. It's true that, you know, the people who they have to hide behind the reputation of the gang to be strong when they are not strong themselves. Kind of reminds me of internet bullies.
Yeah.
When they have to hide behind, you know, their screen name or their anonymous status online, because otherwise, like, if they were facing people,
Not
they
the
wouldn't
same
be,
thing.
yeah,
Not the same bravery in there, you know?
and same as like, bullies in general. You don't see a lot of bullies that are alone in their corner. You know, it happens. You know, some people will lash out because they are alone, and that's the only way they found to survive in this environment, which is kind of like Mugen. But usually, you'll have gangs of bullies. You'll have a couple of friends together who are not satisfied, but they are what's the word? Damn it. They feel confident in their power because they've got people backing them up. But when you have them alone, you know, they turn into cowards or frightened little kids. So
Yeah.
it was a funny episode. You know what? I knew there was gonna be an episode with pot in it because I saw it on a thumbnail when I was looking for pictures for one of our thumbnails. I saw a picture of marijuana, and I was like, you know what? I'm not surprised.
Me neither.
Sorry, baby.
Me neither.
And it makes sense that it would be a Mugen episode.
Yeah.
So.
And I mean, in a way, I'm kind of a bit sad for Fuu and for Jin because they don't know that basically Mugen got captured, almost died again.
He's probably
and
not gonna care.
Got high without his knowledge, basically. And they just, from what they saw, basically, it just seemed that he didn't care about them and just went partying with people that
True.
they didn't know.
True.
Which is kind of true.
But they did predict everything that happened to him,
Oh,
though.
she's so good.
And Jin was
she
just
knows
like,
the end of the series right now.
Jin is just like, yeah, probably. Because they know Mugen gets
All
in
of the
trouble.
above, yeah.
Mugen gets in trouble, but he does care. He's shown that he cares. It's just that this time, it did not turn out well.
No, it did not go well.
But it's interesting how they played this, you know, how, if you think about it, you take away all our worries, you take away prejudices, you take away stress, and then suddenly everyone is friends with everyone, you know? It makes us really think about what it is that starts wars, starts fights, and starts resentment and anger. You know, where this comes from. Is it really, not all the, sometimes yes, but not all the time. Is it really because you hate the person in front of you, or is it just because your stress has gotten too high and you need a scapegoat, sorry? In this case, actually, it was that, you know, it's the stress of society changing and, you know, the society moving on without them that got to their heads, and they were scared, they were angry, and they lashed out. Mugen did nothing to them, but they lashed out because he was there. But you take away that, you take away the stress, you take away the anger.
Yeah.
Everyone is friends with everyone.
True.
Possibilities. Let's get high, everyone. It's legal now.
No.
Anyway.
Don't listen to her, guys.
It's just a joke. Okay, let's move on. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next one right away, it's going to be on Patreon. Check it out. The link is in the description.
Yeah, so don't forget to subscribe if you want to watch it now, guys. And if not, wait for the next one to be out on YouTube. And also, again, very late happy holidays, guys.
Exactly.
So see you then.
Bye.